What exactly isn't it Governor Nixon's decision on whether Missouri accepts or rejects unemployment money, or can the Senate or I got the idea that the Senate or House can't just unilaterally reject it unless they can do it through the appropriations process.
The question is, you have to go back and modify our existing unemployment law and change that, and that's the decision. The requirements, as I understand from the federal dollars, is you have to make modifications related to your existing unemployment law, and that is our decision. I mean, certainly, work with the governor's office and trying to figure out how to receive funds and not receive funds, but when it comes to statutory changes, that really does fall in our lap.
Charlie, just last week, the governor's office put out a news release saying that they had signed some agreement so that would allow unemployed workers in Missouri to get an extra $25 a week or something. Is that in jeopardy?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think what we're talking about is the ability to extend benefits. I don't know, Kevin's our expert on unemployment, but there are provisions that you have to meet 2 of 4 tests to do that within to receive those federal funds to receive extended benefits on that. And I think that's a separate issue, and I don't know if Kevin wants to speak to that.
Well, I think he's right. That's a completely separate issue, and the strings that are attached to the stimulus package is what we're really getting at. We have, according to the stimulus package, we would have to change existing law, and the governor can't do that, obviously. So if he's taking money under the provision that we're going to change the law, I think that's a decision he's made that he can't make.
So you're saying you're going to not, not taking funds to the stimulus package. Is there a percentage of that isn't going to be accepted? Do you guys have any idea of a number yet that's going to be?
We're taking a look at the stimulus package piece by piece. Our staff is reading that. Barney, my chairman of Workforce Development, can comment to hear David about that $25 if you want to, Barney. But we're going to take our time. We're actually going to read the bill, and we're actually going to try to make sense of it. We'll take it, at least on the House perspective, when we think it's appropriate. But on this particular item, a change in statute, we're not going to do that.
Just so I can be clear on this, what would we be required as a state to change if we're to accept this federal money? Because if it's one-time payment, that's one thing, but would this require us to change our unemployment rules going on into the next?
It would require us to make some legislative changes. As I understand it now, the stimulus package looks around $170 million. To qualify for that, the first $40 million chunk would require a legislative change to state law. The remainder is a laundry list of about 4 things, and each state would have to agree to 2 of those. I don't have a whole lot of specifics on those, other than some of them deal with family leave and other things that we already have some in statute, but the governor has tools. I think has plans of borrowing anywhere from $70 to $260 million. He can also bond up to $450 million. So right now he has tools in his toolbox to address this without requiring us to change law to comply with
to address the shortfall that's already in the unemployment. You're just saying you'd like a no strings attached bailout for the unemployment fund, right?
The requirements that Representative Fisher just mentioned, or that referred to, you have to agree to the genre of creating new mandates, new expenses for the trust fund that, frankly, the legislature obviously is not too keen on it, and the business community. It's just not right to burden them with shouldering these costs to begin with, and secondly, when we're talking about record unemployment, highest unemployment in 25 years, we're working to get to next year and trying to expect to have these expenses for years down the road. It's absolutely the inappropriate time for that.
And what do you define as a tax increase eventually on the road of businesses? They'll have to pay for benefits for these temporary workers?
Employers pay a tax to fund the unemployment insurance trust fund, from which benefits are paid. That is the pot of money that funds unemployment insurance in Missouri. It's from employers. It's from every business that's in Missouri. So it would be a tax increase, as these gentlemen are saying, and it would be shouldered by Missouri's small and large businesses, and it just absolutely is not the time to do that.
It's going to be a tax increase when the federal stimulus money runs out to continue at that level. That's what
Absolutely.
To
And when
continue
you're looking at
covering
the
those
federal,
new people.
when you're looking at the federal stimulus money for unemployment, to comply with these 2 out of 4 provisions, that's $88 million. The unemployment insurance problem could be $1 billion problem within a year.
This is essentially a federal bribe to change state laws permanently, and the bribe lasts 2 years or less.
Last question.
Definitely, there's no question in your mind that if we are going to accept this money, this one-time money, one-time is the wrong word to use because it's not one-time money, it's money that we are going to have to change the state's laws so that we will pay these benefits forevermore.
Yes.
Simple as that.
One-time money for future commitment.
Right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good